Today I'm going to be filming a review on two eyeliner pencils from Rodial. I think that's how you say it, or is it Rodial? 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 I say Rodial. I'm really sorry if that's not the right way to pronounce it. These are two eyeliners. They are the Smoky Eye pens, and I have mine in brown and black. And I'm going to do some swatches for you, and I'm actually wearing the black one today, so there'll be a little bit of a video clip towards the end of the video of me actually applying these, just to show you just how amazingly easy they do apply. These do retail for £17, so they are quite a pricey eyeliner, but they are very high quality. Now, as an Urban Decay fan, you know I'm an Urban Decay fan, you know that Perversion from Urban Decay is my favourite eyeliner of all time. It is the most amazing, intense black, and because of the gel quality of it, it glides on, which is what I really like. I have sensitive eyes, they're a little bit sensitive today, so please do ignore that if you think my eyes look a little bit red. My allergies are really bad today. It's a change in the weather, it's been really hot, it's really kind of I want to say kind of close, which means it's very warm and there's a threat of rain, which always gets my allergies kind of tingling. So I have been using these quite a lot. Right, the brown one I've not used quite so much, and I'm going to show you the length. So that is basically how much I've actually sharpened the black one down. I am so obsessed with using these. I was like, okay, get these, I'll try them. I'll probably try them a little bit and then be like, no, I need to go back to Urban Decay Perversion. But I've become so hooked on these liners. Even the brown one, I'm not a massive person for wearing brown eyeliner, but sometimes it's just quite nice if you want to put an eye look on and you want it to just be a little less dramatic, a little softer, then the brown eyeliner is really good for that, especially with like kind of a neutral eye. Now, you know me, if you watch my channel, I love a black liner. I've got it on the lash line, tight line and waterline, and that's how I like it. I like the definition that eyeliner like this gives me. So, swatches. So this one is the brown liner. Look at that. Just glides on. It's a really beautiful colour, this brown. Now, what I love about this brown one is it's a deep, dark chocolate sort of brown shade. It's not too warm, it's not too cool, it's just a really nice, what I would describe as kind of a chocolate brown colour. It still gives you drama, so it's not too light in shade and you can barely see it. It just gives enough drama without being too dramatic, which is what I really like about this shade. It's just really, really pretty. And then the black one is that. Now, I've gone for quite a flat sort of line there. You can't actually do finer lines with this, but I've just done a flat liner just so that you can kind of see better. And as you can see, it's a really intense black. Now, I'll do another little line underneath because I want to show you how it's smokes out, because it is a smoky eye pen. So there you go. As you can see, it smokes out so easily. It's really, really soft, and you can get that really quite nice sort of very dramatic smoked out look to the eye with this. It's not what I've gone for today. It's not what I do a lot. But if you just want to do a smoky eye, but you really don't want to use too many products, then I think that these are really great. And I think that the brown even looks nice smoked out. You can definitely see that when you smoke the brown out that it's got some warmth to it. But what I love with that is it's almost like you've used two different browns. So you could line with the brown, smoke it out, and then go back over again to define the lash line. So you've got that darker brown at the lash line and have that light brown smoking out. You could literally do a very, very simple but very effective smoky eye with these pens without even using very much. Like, what I would do is possibly prime the eye, put down a base shade, so something that is actually very similar to my own eye colour, and then I would go in with one of these pens, smoke it out, and I would do it underneath as well, and then I would go in and define again just along the lash line, and that is it. A very simple but very effective smoky eye. So what I'll do is I'll do that as well. So at the end of this video, I'm going to actually attach just a little bit of footage of me doing black on one eye and brown on the other eye, just doing that very simple smoky eye look, just so that you can see really how diverse these pens are. Before I get to that, and before I put these other clips in of me applying and using these, I do want to say that these are very long lasting. However, they do stay quite soft. So if you are an eye rubber, then you definitely want to be aware of that, because if I was to rub my eyes now, even though I've had this on for a couple of hours, it would smudge slightly. Now, normally you wouldn't do that. When you've got an eye look on, you wouldn't rub at your eye look because you know that shadows will come off anyway. That is the nature of makeup. It's going to come off when you rub it. But it's just for something to be aware of. The other thing is, I have very runny eyes. In fact, they are running now. A lot to do with my allergies and quite a bit to do with my thyroid as well. I do get very runny eyes and it does run out the corner and it can ruin my makeup. I have noticed that even though these are soft and they smudge easily, these don't seem to be bothered by the fluid that comes out my eye. They don't start running down my face. So the liquid from my eye doesn't seem to actually disturb the liner itself, which is a really positive point. The other thing to note is it doesn't take it off either. I have tried a couple of liners recently where I've put it on and when my eye has run and I've tidied it up, it's actually took the liner off as well. But these, I think because they're so soft and they already seem to have like almost a lot of moisture content of their own, they don't seem to be bothered by that little bit of fluid. And when I've actually tidied up around the eye, the liner has still been amazing. It hasn't smudged and run down my face and it hasn't actually budged from the waterline. So that is a really positive point to do with these because I do struggle finding eyeliners that can really last because I never know from day to day how my eyes are going to behave once I leave the house. And sometimes if I'm going to a meeting or something like that, I actually won't even do very much drama on my eyes just because if it runs I'm left with actual gaps in the shadow and I really don't like how that looks and I don't like having to carry a lot of makeup with me. However, with these I feel confident once I've got this on the waterline. Even if anything else was to happen, even if my eyes were running, I know that I'm not going to be left with any gaps. So that is definitely a huge positive with these eyeliners. So I would highly recommend these. I know £17 is quite a bit. It is an investment, but sometimes products are an investment worth making. And sometimes you do need to spend a little bit more money to get something that's really great quality that you know is going to do a really good job. Anyway, hopefully you hang around to the end of the video and just check out me applying the liner in this look just so you can see how easy it is, and also you will hang around and just check out the smoky eye looks that I'm going to do as well. If not, then I will see you in my next video. As always, don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe. I'm going to love and leave you and see you all soon. Bye. So as you can see, I've applied the liner to this eye and I'm now going to go ahead and apply the liner to this eye, and it glides on. It's a beautiful gel consistency. And even though I've been applying liner for years, I still always do these short strokes. I just find that even if you're confident, you can make mistakes and it's just quite nice to just go in quite gently. I think the other part for me with this as well is that my vision is very limited in this eye. So when I line this eye, it's quite difficult for me to see. But I just find that I can get a better finish with my liner if I just take it slowly and then taking it into the waterline. This is so creamy that there's literally, it's like no work necessary at all. You put it in your waterline, glide it across, and instantly you have that beautiful black definition, which I absolutely love. I love the drama of a black liner. It is super intense on first swipe and it's really amazing. Okay, so I've removed the eye makeup pretty much as I can. I've left the black underneath in the waterline, but this eye I've left a little bit of black. And I put on Babyface by Makeup Geek, which is just like I said, it's a base colour that is pretty much kind of like my skin tone, and that's just to work on top of. And I'm just going to use this brush by Urban Decay, which was from a palette. So first I'm going to do the brown one. Now I've took the liner off mostly on this eye, so I'm going to go with brown on this eye. And all I want to do is draw a line straight across the lash. Doesn't matter if it's a bit messy. And then I'm just going to take this brush and smudge it out. So it's just kind of just pulling it upwards on the lash. And as you can see, just gives a really nice smoky soft look. And then going back in and going back along the lash line with the brown. And there you go. But looking at that, that's just really quite nice and effective, and because it's brown it's just that little bit softer. But we're going to go ahead and do black on this eye because you know I love a bit of drama. So again I'm just doing the same thing. And like I said, be messy, it doesn't matter, because you're smoking it out. You just want a nice... I usually go over a couple of times just to get a nice thick layer. And a pencil brush would be great for this. I couldn't find my pencil brush. I think I've actually put it for washing. So I've just got this kind of almost flat sort of shader brush. And then just kind of just smoking it upwards. And I'm going to take what's left on the brush there and I'm going to bring that underneath the eye. I've just got a tiny bit of smudging from where I've removed the previous makeup. And I'll put a little bit of this on the lower lash line. And just gently smoke it. And this is if you want that really intense smoky eye. This is not for everybody. You wouldn't have to do both underneath and on the top if you didn't want to. But I really like that intense kind of black smoky eye, so I would go ahead and do both. There we go. Then what I would do though is I'd actually take either face powder or my base shade when you do the black one and just kind of take that and just run it over the edge. You can use a brush for that as well. Just because I quite like to soften out the edge of the black one. Otherwise you'd be left with some messy edges. If you want the messy edges, go for it. I quite like that messy look sometimes myself, but I've just tidied that up a little bit. And then I really love the drama, so I would go in with a liner again. And I always use short strokes along the lash line. Even though I've been doing it for years, I just try to be as precise as I can. And then I'd go into the waterline. So you've got your brown smoky eye, which is quite nice and more natural looking, and then sort of the more heavier black kind of smoked out look. And I really like the drama of the liner. As you can see, the black has a lot of drama to it. A lot more drama than the brown, but then again it's kind of like whichever look that you are going for. So this is the brown smoky eye, and this is the more dramatic black. But as you can see, it just smokes out so nicely. It's nice and even. You're not left with anything that's really patchy. It just gives a really nice kind of even colour to it. And when you're moving it around, sometimes with products you can kind of move it and then it leaves gaps, because sometimes products don't work well on top of each other, but this never does that. It just smokes out to a nice even smoky colour, and yeah, it's dramatic. Now I need to do this to this eye because I'm going out to the shop now and I can't go out looking like this. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed the video and the review.